Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Sonia Shrivastava.
And I'm Rochelle Metzger. Thank you for joining us tonight. Panic buttons, electronic doors, and armed officers could soon be a part of a security plan in Prince George's schools. The school board is meeting this afternoon to consider increasing security. According to the Upper Marlboro patch, the measures would cost nearly $6 million before accounting for an increased police presence in the schools. The proposal comes in the wake of the Newtown, Connecticut school shooting.
Well, it's an effort to create more high-skilled jobs in Maryland. Today, a hearing was held in Annapolis on Senate Bill 278, the Employment Advancement Right Now initiative. The legislation is a joint effort between Governor Martin O'Malley, Senate President Mike Miller, and House Speaker Michael Bush. O'Malley wants to put $2.5 million in next year's budget to create a grant that would bridge the gap between employers' needs and workforce development.
Too many of the new jobs being created in our economy go unfilled. So the EARN bill's purpose is to bridge that gap between the jobs that are available and the skills that our people have.
Who do you expect the grantees to be? Will they be service providers or employers who've got employees needing to be served, or will it be the ultimate beneficiaries, the prospective employees themselves?
It targets industry sectors such as construction, traditional advanced manufacturing, healthcare, cybersecurity, and more, using a collaborative of nonprofit organizations and community colleges.
Now, the governor and the lieutenant governor also testified for the Veterans Full Employment Act of 2013. The bill removes certain barriers that service members often face when trying to get a job. Well, meanwhile, the governor also met with the state's Federal Facilities Advisory Board. The group works to strengthen Maryland's relationship with government agencies. The board issued its plan today outlining more than 24 actions the state should take to help create jobs. Maryland recently opened a cybersecurity center, which the governor says would help emerging businesses connect.
The hope is, first of all, to create an energy around cyber that will attract businesses into the state of Maryland. So what do you need to do that? You need to have some thought leadership, some technology excellence. Maryland naturally has the ability to do that because of the presence of NSA, U.S. Cyber Command, and other federal installations that focus on cyber. So now if you can create a sense of urgency and a sense of, to make it easier for people to interact with each other, to understand how to transfer some of these technologies from government into private sector.
The workforce issue is going to be the big challenge going forward. So in cyber, there are lots of jobs to fill in the other STEM fields as well, and that's really a driver of our viability as a region, and certainly as a state, to maintain these missions and these activities, these programs that are at these installations. You got to have the people to do it. So I think getting the workforce thing.
Now, Maryland currently has more than 70 federal facilities in the state, which employ close to 800,000 people.
A new wave of support to change the name of the Washington Redskins seems to be emerging. The most visible sign in the ongoing debate was D.C. Mayor Vincent Gray's avoidance of the word in his recent State of the City address. And today, Native Americans and others gathered for a day-long symposium on this very issue. Denise Douglas has the details.
Should the name of the Redskins be changed? That's the big question here at the National Museum of Native Americans, as scholars and others are packed into an auditorium here looking at the issue of stereotypes in sports. For years, Native Americans have argued that the word is offensive. Attorney and advocate SUZAN HARJO says it's like saying the N-word.
When you have this kind of name calling and negative imagery, it signals that it's okay to do bad things to Native people.
HARJO was a plaintiff in the original lawsuit seeking to get the Washington team to change its name. We asked her why she thinks they have refused to do so.
Because this is really about power for them and what they are able to do to people of color. And I firmly believe that this is one of the last remaining toys of racism that signal white superiority in American society.
Currently, a new case has been filed seeking to have the Redskins change their name. It is scheduled to be heard in March by the Patent and Trademark Office. I'm Denise Douglas in downtown D.C., CTV News.
Several residents gave CTV some input on what they think the term Redskins means. Some are against the name, while others see it as an honorary term.
Really, I do. To honor the Native Americans. I think it's a great name for Washington Redskins.
Native Americans would even be better. We don't go around calling black people the N-word anymore. So let's, get right, get politically correct, and do it right. Native American.
I think they should leave it like it is. Leave it like it is. Because it's something different.
And Redskins owner Daniel Snyder remains adamant that he will keep the team's name.
A woman who describes her supervisor at the Prince George's Health Department as a sexual predator sues the county and the department, claiming an abuse of power. According to NBC4 News, Orita Treadwell filed a civil suit in federal court alleging ongoing sexual harassment at the hands of her supervisor, Christopher Oladipo, and says nothing happened when she reported it. Treadwell says she eventually ordered a peace order against her boss, which he violated. NBC4 also reports that Oladipo still works at the health department. County officials would not comment on the allegations because of pending litigation. However, the health department has instituted a policy barring sexual harassment and is mandating that all employees undergo training to prevent workplace harassment. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Rochelle Metzger.
And I'm Sonia Shervas.